Hi Taurus, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot readings from the heart. Really glad that you guys can join me. Yeah, this is your love reading for the next 6 months. So it's from going from February 2016 up until July 2016. I used to do these readings when I first started doing Carol's Universe, and uh I used to just pull the one card and expand a load of stuff on that about love and what I could see coming in, but it just wasn't enough at the time, so I kind of stopped doing it. This was back in 2014. Anyway, I've started up again, but I'm only doing it sort of in 6 months intervals because I don't really want to do love readings every month, and I just want to see what happens over the course of 6 months in terms of uh, love for some of you guys. If you guys want me to make this a regular thing, it just depends on how many people want me to make this a regular thing, whether I think it's worth doing. But yeah, this is the energies, the people, the situations potentially that could be coming in regarding you guys and love. Okay. And it is a general reading, so it's not going to resonate with everybody, Taurus. Okay, I can't stress it enough. All right, some people really think it's like all about them, and it's not. Some people this is going to resonate with. Some of you guys, it simply isn't. It's just the way that general readings work. The only way that you're going to get a personal reading or a reading that's tailored for you is by getting a personal reading through the website, and all the details are actually in the description bar below. So this reading is for those born under the zodiac sign of Taurus, sun, moon and rising signs. Okay, sorry about the banging next door. Every time I go to record, somebody bangs next door, and it's really difficult because I can't hear myself, but there's not a lot I can do about it. It's people that are banging next door, so please just try and ignore it. Hopefully they'll be done soon. Right, so Taurus, it's really interesting your reading is because what I can see here for some of you guys, I can see lots of things, and the reading isn't going to be sort of geared on, this is going, one straight thing is going to happen. Sorry, I've got to try and put my hair back if I can. It's a bit of a mess at the minute, so I'm looking to change it at some point. So this reading isn't sort of about, one straight thing is going to be happening for Taurus. There's many things that I see in the love readings that I do. One of the things that I can see is that for some of you guys, you're going to be needing some breathing space within the next 6 months, because we do have, I'll tell you how I do the readings first before I explain what's going on. I shuffle the cards, meditate on your zodiac signs, sun, moon, rising signs, and then I pick, shuffle, cut, and then pick 9 cards face down so I don't see what the cards are. I then close my eyes again and shuffle the rest of the cards and pick 1 card for each of those 9 cards to act as a clarifier or to add to or enhance the meaning of the card. So, for example, the first card that came up for you guys with the 9 of Wands. Now, I know from this card that for some people, this might be where a relationship isn't going so great. There's a little bit of trepidation about it. Somebody might need their space because it is a number 9 card. So the number 9s usually represent alone time, solitude, being on your own, that type of thing. So I know that this is somebody who might need their space. They're feeling a little bit maybe trepidatious or a little bit kind of on guard about something. I asked the cards, well, why does this person, I didn't know what the card was, but I said, universe, card 1, show me what the clarifier is for card 1. Card 1 is turned down. I didn't know at the time what the card is. Once I've picked all the clarifiers for the 9 cards, I then turn everything face up and I can see what's going on. So I know that for the 9 of Wands, somebody is on their guard with the relationship. They're pondering, they're trying to figure out, do I stay, do I go? I need some room to think about things. I potentially need some breathing space. And I'm asking the question, why does this person on the 9 of Wands need some space? And it's because of the 8 of Wands, okay? This is clarified by the 8 of Wands. So it's because somebody might be feeling slightly restricted. They might need to kind of just take flight, take some time out. They might need to take some time away. This might also be whereby you've met someone quite quickly with that 8 of Wands, okay? So it's like an unexpected relationship. So you might not know what you're getting from it, okay? So hence why we've got the 9 of Wands there. Somebody feels slightly kind of on their guard about something, okay? Something that you don't really know about. I do certainly feel that some of you guys are going to be taking some time out from a relationship. You do need some breathing space. I can see breathing space in both cards, Nine of Wands and also the Eight of Wands, okay? But I can also see for some of you guys, there could be a little bit of trepidation around a new relationship that comes in very, very quickly within this next 6 months for you guys, okay? And it might be somebody that you don't really trust, or you need to find more out about. You need to form more. I can't speak today. You need to find more out about this person, okay? Because we do have the Seven of Swords showing up, okay? But this is the clarifier card to the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords is an interesting card because the Ace of Swords really, oh, can you see that? The Ace of Swords is a card about, sometimes it can be about an intense relationship that just happens to kind of come upon you. It can be about a very intense sexual encounter, but it can also be about cutting ties with a relationship, or literally trying to find something out. So it's, the swords are often the card of challenges, but they're also the cards of mental agility. So it's literally thinking cards, okay? And usually, say for example, you've got something to do with like the page, say for example the Page of Swords, that would be somebody who was trying to find someone else out, something out, somebody who's trying to act as a spy, that type of thing. So it could literally be with the Ace of Swords, you're trying to cut through something, because with the Seven of Swords, there might be some trust issues I'm getting here within a relationship for some of you Taurus people, okay? Which is why for some of you people, you might want to create some distance between one another, or between a partner, or between someone that's just happened to come into your life. It might be that there are trust issues, okay? So with the Ace of Swords, for some of you guys within your relationships, especially if you're in committed relationships, you might wanting to be creating some distance or cutting some ties with a partner, because there are trust issues, and the trust issues come within the Seven of Swords. Okay, so it might be that you don't trust your partner. Usually this is a thinking card. So some of you guys, it might literally be where you just are thinking, I don't trust this person, but it's not founded. You haven't really got anything that's fact. Sometimes when you get the Seven of Swords, it's literally where there is no fact there. You don't know, but it's what you're thinking. You're thinking that there are certain, there is circumstantial evidence, or there's some sort of evidence that allows you to think this person cannot be trusted. And some of you guys might literally be looking to kind of end a relationship. The Ace of Swords can also be seen as the Death card within the tarot. It's also very similar to that. So it's cutting things away, and you might be looking to cut things away because you don't actually fully trust your partner. For some of you guys, you might be sneaking around in a relationship, because the Ace of Swords, as I've said, is something that is very swift that comes in, okay? Something that can be also quite aggressive. So that's why I would look at that card as being kind of some really intense sexual encounter. And with the Seven of Swords, you might be sort of playing around or messing around with someone. It might not be something that's openly known. That's not to say it's an affair or anything like that, Taurus, but it might be just something that you're enjoying, kind of just keeping to yourself, as we can have, as the Seven of Swords is the card of secrecy a lot of the time as well. For some of you guys, you might be feeling, so yeah, I can see a lot of fun coming in for some of you guys in terms of relationships as well, sort of playing around quite secretly. For some of you guys, you might be looking to maybe take some time out from a relationship to really consider where you're going with it. And that's because we have the Four of Swords here. Let me just get this card up. I'm precariously leaving everything on my laptop on my desk at the moment because some stuff is playing up at the minute. I usually attach my laptop through a massive screen that I look at the camera through. I have an external camera which I attach to the screen, but it's attached to the laptop. It's a very weird sort of setup, to be honest. But everything's playing up at the moment. I think I might need a different USB extension or something. So I've had to place my laptop precariously on my desk at the moment to try and get some, to try and get this to work. I've got so much work on it at the moment through the website you wouldn't believe. So everything is like really, really up against it at the minute. Anyway, Four of Swords. This could be a card where you potentially are looking for intimacy. Some of you guys might be finding it difficult to express something, though, to a partner, because we've got the Four of Swords, but the clarifier for that Four of Swords is the Eight of Swords. So I often see the Eight of Swords is literally feeling restricted, but not just feeling restricted in actions. I mean, I feel that there could be some kind of restrictions sexually for some of you guys over the next 6 months. Maybe you're involved with a partner that can't express themselves sexually, or there's some kind of difficulty with sexual expression within the bedroom, that type of thing I'm sensing here. Also, this is someone who, you know, it's almost like they feel bound. They can't, you know, their eyes are bound, their arms are bound, but their feet and their mouth aren't bound. So they can move, they can speak, but for some reason, somebody doesn't want to speak. So I'm feeling maybe for some of you guys, there might be a lack of intimacy sexually for some of you Taurus people over the next 6 months. And I feel that this is something to do with what your partner, if you're partnered up, isn't telling you. Okay, I feel that for some of you guys, your partner might not be saying something. They might be holding back on something. For some of you guys, you're going to be getting away. Okay, probably because of this reason. All right. So the Four of Swords is often the card of rest, respite, taking it easy. It was also the card of holiday destinations. So going away to actually kind of recuperate, to recharge your batteries, to get a fresh perspective on something. So I am feeling that you might be taking a romantic trip with your partner, okay, if things haven't been that great within the bedroom department, okay, not just for that reason, but you might be going away with your partner to get them to open up, because if this is the going away card with the Four of Swords, okay, we can look at why are you going away because of this situation here, and it's the Eight of Swords. Okay, so somebody is kind of restricted. Okay, so for some of you guys, you might literally be taking taking a trip with your loved one because you're looking to try and get them to open up. You're looking probably to get them to relax, because the Eight of Swords to me suggests a card where nobody's relaxing. Okay, it's very much a card about kind of not being able to relax. There's a very much restriction there, rigidity, someone who can't kind of just relax and be themselves, that type of thing. So I do feel that some of you guys will be taking your partner on a trip. Either you'll be taking your partner on a trip, or your partner's going to be taking you on a trip. But I feel that the end goal will be to kind of just relax and talk things over and kind of be honest with one another. I am also seeing within the card, and what's so interesting is that we have the Tower, and this is, let me just have a look. Are there any, hang on, we've got one, two, we've got three, is that right? Yeah, three major arcana cards showing up, okay? And this is the strongest one of the lot, I feel, the Tower. The Tower card I've experienced many times, and it's stayed with me. The Tower card is one of those cards that simply, when it happens to you, it 100% just stays with you and it doesn't move. It's such a strong energy. So I feel within your love life, for some of you guys, you're going to have a really unexpected thing come about. Now, this can be good or it can be not so good. For you single people, I feel that you're going to have an unexpected visitor. An unexpected message come through, and I feel that this could be through someone who potentially hasn't contacted you in a long while. There might have been some silence, there might have been some distance between you. It might have been literally, for some of you guys, maybe there's been a passing of time, potentially where somebody might have been in jail, for example. I know that sounds really weird, but sometimes the Ace of Swords can represent somebody who's literally incarcerated. Somebody's in jail. So maybe with that Four of Swords being a lack of contact or a lack of communication with someone, potentially because they've been incarcerated, all of a sudden maybe they get out early. This is quite far-fetched, I know, but you don't know. It's just things that I'm being told him to say, really. By spirit for some reason. I feel that for some of you guys, if you've been waiting for a loved one to get out of jail, this is the year they're getting out of jail, and it might be that they even get out a little bit early and surprise you. And this is the surprise element with the Tower card, okay? And why do we have the Tower? Because of the Page of Cups. Page of Cups is usually a card about messages, okay? But sometimes the Page of Cups can actually represent unexpected messages as well, Taurus. So I feel that through an unexpected message, you're actually going to get a surprise, and it's something that you really didn't expect to get. And I really feel that it might be someone who you weren't expecting to contact you again, or you weren't expecting to have them contact you this year or at this particular time within the next 6 months. But I do feel that for some of you Taurus people, you are going to receive an unexpected message from a loved one, okay? If you're in a relationship, it could be that there is, for some of you guys, something unexpected that happens within your relationship because of a message that you receive. This could be something to do with anything. It could be to do with your partner playing around. It could be to do with a message maybe that you misinterpret, that type of thing. But I am sensing some argument with this Tower card. Sometimes this Tower card can mean an ending of a relationship, and that could be through some kind of communication with the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is usually a really nice card, though. It's really sweet. So this could be like a younger person offering something. So the ending could come via a younger person offering love, maybe to your partner. So potentially for some of you guys, could be some affair business going on that suddenly comes to light, okay? But there is a message for some of you guys if you're in a committed relationship, and I'm not saying for all of you, so please don't go away tonight be like, oh no, you know, don't do that. It's a general reading, all right? If you've got any concerns about a partner, then get a personal reading on it, all right? Do not ever, on any of my readings, go away and start thinking, oh no, I hope that's not my relationship. If you're secure in your relationship, be happy in that, and that's that. My reading isn't going to change whether your partner was cheating or not, all right? It doesn't influence it. It doesn't do anything. All it does is, you know, if these things are going to happen in your relationship, they're going to happen in your relationship, and that's that, okay? I have to put that on the table because I'm sick of having people come back and say, oh, you know, I didn't like that reading, I didn't like what you said. It's a general reading. Please put it into perspective, okay? If things are going to happen, sometimes they're just going to happen. But the tarot can prophesize it, it can predict it. That's what tarot is. It does predict stuff, okay? So if it happens to predict, unfortunately, a situation that this occurs for you this year, I'm sorry, but that's just the way it is. So yeah, for some of you guys with the Tower card, it could be, yeah, you do get a surprise. There is a shock for you in terms of a relationship situation. For some of you guys, and I feel that if you're male, you could be conflicted potentially over a relationship. And you might need to choose someone or something, because I am seeing the Two of Swords, and this Two of Swords is often the card of conflict, and it's a card of burying your head in the sand about something, okay? So the Two of Swords, sometimes when you get that card, it can literally be having to make some sort of a decision, okay? This can also be a card of having to take a break in a relationship, and I've already seen that and explained it to you, that I feel that some of you guys will be taking a break in a relationship, okay? It's having to come to stalemate, or kind of come to an impasse, or a moment where you kind of agree to disagree on a relationship matter. For some of you guys, I feel it'll be because of maybe a female, if you're a male, or even if indeed you're a woman. Queen of Wands came up as the clarifier for that. So Aries, Sagittarius, Leo female, potentially there's some sort of stalemate or conflict over that. This can also be somebody who's quite passionate, someone who's quite a go-getter, and maybe this is someone that will challenge you to come out of yourself. This is what I'm getting, challenging you to come out of yourself. Taurus people, I feel, are usually quite assertive individuals anyway. So this should really, even though you're earth and this is fire, I would have thought that somewhere along the line in who you both are and what you both want, especially as she's Queen of Wands as well, there is some kind of good connection going to be going on there. But for some reason, there's some impasse. There's some sort of conflict within a relationship, potentially with a fire sign female. I feel within these next 6 months, Taurus. I also feel that there is going to, and I also feel that there will be some kind of passionate relationship happening, because the Queen of Wands often in a love reading can mean a very impulsive, passionate relationship that's just coming about for you. And so I can see that here, that there's going to be a really passionate relationship that happens for some of you guys with that Queen of Wands. But it'll be something that for some reason, some of you guys are going to be fairly conflicted over. And we do have that Seven of Swords on the top, so be careful of that one, okay? If you are the person who is kind of thinking of cheating or anything like that, I'm not saying that's going to happen, but I'm just saying if there are any thoughts of that, be careful of that one, because it could, I feel, signify for some of you guys potentially the ending of your relationship if you are looking to go elsewhere. The Queen of Wands can often mean it's the wife of a male partner, or it could be the other woman. She can often come up as being the other woman in a reading, okay? So just know that in 2016, that if you have been kind of playing away at all, whether you're male or female, with a Queen of Wands, You may just get found out because the Tower is showing up here as something unexpected happening, and it's through some form of contact with that Page of Cups, some form of communication. So be careful of that one. We've also got the Page of Wands, which again shows like a phone call, an email, some form of communication, but it's really good news happening. And again, it shows up with a person. This time it's the King of Swords. Okay, and I was saying that I felt that something unexpected would be happening for some of you guys, especially if you're single. I feel, and this Page of Wands often represents in love that this could be some really good news, something that you've been waiting to arrive. Okay, and with that Tower card, it arrives, and I feel it's from someone you just haven't heard from in a while. Okay, in terms of love, and the King of Swords shows up. So if you've been waiting for a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius male, this could be your male coming in this year, Taurus. Showing up again, and I feel that it's going to be a really exciting adventure that you go on with this person. This person, the King of Swords, can often be quite a blunt person. He can be quite cold. He can be quite calculating, because his head always overrides his heart. But I feel that you're going to kind of show this person how to be passionate, how to be fun, and how to really have a good time, Taurus. I can see many adventures that you're going on with this individual. I think it's going to be quite an exciting time. I feel that for some of you guys, yeah, you're going to be going on a vacation with this person, okay? So I can see holidays, okay, with this individual. But I really do feel that you are going to be getting, it's very strong with this reading. For a lot of you single Taurus people, you are going to be getting a message that you've been waiting on for a very long time come through this year from someone, I feel. And it could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius man, but it doesn't have to be. Could simply be someone who's quite well to do, quite well dressed, works maybe in an authoritative capacity, manager, could be an army person. So maybe for some of you guys, it could be, for example, you've got somebody in the army that you've been waiting to come back, and suddenly they just show up at the door one day, and they you know, they've come back unexpectedly. You didn't expect them to come to contact you as quickly as they did. Maybe for some of you guys, you have been writing to this person or emailing this person or Skyping this person, and all of a sudden they surprise you and they say, actually, I'm on leave. I'm on leave earlier than I expected, and I'm coming to see you. That type of thing. So I am seeing a lot of joy as well around relationships, especially if you're a single person. For some of you guys, I'm seeing that you will be remaining in an unhappy relationship, and it's all because you're afraid to move out of it. We do have the Three of Swords showing up here. Okay, Three of Swords often is a heartbreaking card, and it is a heartbreaking card. I genuinely don't like this card when I see it, because it's hurt, it's sadness, it's being miserable in a relationship. It can also be a three-way relationship. It's feeling kind of absolutely heartbroken in a relationship, but it really, at the heart of it, it is logic over heart. Okay, so sometimes this can represent someone who uses their mind over their heart, so they're less emotionally attached, and they really sort of go with what they're thinking rather than what they're feeling. And I feel that this, for some of you guys, you'll stay in a relationship, it could be because of material security with the Four of Pentacles. So for some of you guys, it'll literally be a case of head over heart decisions within relationships. You might want to move out of them, but if for some of you guys, it literally might be a case of that you can't, because maybe your partner earns the lion's share of the money, maybe your partner pays all the bills, maybe your partner buys you all the nice clothes, maybe the partner has bought you all the, you know, the really nice flashy car, that type of thing, and you're afraid to kind of let go of all of that. For some of you guys, it'll literally be, I feel, that you're in a relationship that you might be unhappy in because you have a very possessive partner, somebody who's very difficult to communicate with, somebody who won't let you go, someone who is holding on to the bitter end. But the Four of Pentacles is a card about holding on to things for all the wrong reasons. Okay, it's literally a card of holding on to a relationship that potentially, when it's in love, holding on to something that's no longer working. Okay, so it's like literally putting your walls up, okay, and saying that everything's okay, and also just allowing other things to kind of compensate for the things that we lack. So letting your clothes, letting your money, letting your jewels, letting your car, letting your job compensate for not having love in your life. This person is kind of loveless because all he's got to make him happy is the gold that he holds on to. Okay, and he thinks that this is enough, but it's never enough because everybody needs love. Okay, but he holds on to it because he feels that this will make him happy. So for some of you guys, with that Three of Swords as being the first card, could literally be saying that you'll be willing to be stuck in something because you can't see a way out, or because you're too fearful to move out of it. With that Four of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles often represents being fearful of moving out, of letting go. So for some of you guys, you're literally going to be feeling too afraid to let go of a relationship. I feel that if you're single, with that Three of Swords, if you've had relationships in the past, Taurus, that haven't worked out, and you've seen reoccurring patterns happening, I feel that the Three of Swords is really saying that, you know, you've got to be mindful of what's happened in the past. Okay, because with the Four of Swords, with the Four of Pentacles, number fours do not learn lessons. Okay, the number four in the tarot is not about learning lessons. It's about being stoic. It's about it's about resistance. Okay, resistance to change. You know, you look at the Emperor, you look at the Four of Cups, you look at the Four of Swords. All of these cards are fairly inactive. Okay, the Emperor, which is the major arcana card that rules all the number fours, because he's number four major arcana, is literally foundations, it's stability, it's resistance to change. It's someone who can be quite selfish, quite domineering. It's someone who's set in his ways. So those cards are all about being set in your ways and being resistant to change. So nothing changes, nothing adjusts. There's nothing in the number four cards that talks about adjusting a point of view. Okay, so it literally, for some of you guys, it could be saying with that Three of Swords, you know, you need to look to what's happened to you in your love life. Okay, because with the Four of Pentacles, it could literally be that nothing will change. Okay, so you have to find ways to change what's happened in your past in order to experience something better and something that's more fulfilling in the future in terms of your love life. So for some of you guys, if you happen to meet the most wonderful person in the next 6 months, but you realize that you've got more work to do on yourself inner wise, then I feel the cards are saying that you need to do that. You literally need to kind of start, you know, work on yourself, because what happens is that if you keep on doing the same old thing, you never change the outcome. You just get the same outcome, but with different people. So I really feel with those two cards, it's about kind of working out ways to, if you're single, to change. And if you're single but you're perfectly okay with stuff, and you don't have baggage of stuff or really terrible baggage, then this isn't about you. Welcoming, and you know, it's good to welcome in a great relationship, which is showing in these cards definitely with that King of Swords and Page of Wands, and also the Tower and Page of Cups to a certain extent. But if you're single and you've been single for a long time for a reason, because you still haven't dealt with your shit, then it's really the Three of Swords is saying, remember the heartache that you've been through. Okay, because if you get into anything else, you're going to be repeating patterns with that Four of Pentacles, because the fours don't change. They're not about change, they're about resistance to change, and they're really trying to say you need to change stuff up. Judgment card could see, we've got Judgment next. Judgment card could see the revival of a flagging relationship. So for some of you guys, you are going to be working on your relationships. Okay, relationships that need one last push, relationships that need one last kind of bit of revival happening, that need the breath of life into them again. So for some of you guys, it's about second chances, definitely, within a relationship. Okay, for some of you guys, I mentioned for some, if you've been having an affair, be careful, because it could be found out. And this is why we have the Judgment card as well. The Judgment card is literally a card about being called to fess up about your sins. This is what happens on Judgment Day. I don't know whether any of you guys have been brought up Christian or anything like that, but I was. And in the Bible, the Judgment Day, when the Judgment Day comes and Christ comes back, we'll all have to confess our sins to Jesus when he opens up the book of life. So the Judgment Day is literally having to kind of, and that horn there is telling the dead to arise, and when they arise, they've all got to kind of fess up about what they've done. With the Five of Wands can indicate indicate a lot of frustration, a lot of fighting, a lot of arguments. This can also mean that a male potentially has been having an affair. Okay, so the Judgment card is finding out. And why do we have the Judgment card? Because there has been some inner fighting there, or there has been some inner angst or competition with females, especially if it's in a working environment. As I've said, this can also indicate maybe somebody has been having an affair. So with the Judgment card, we know that potentially something has been found out. What has been found out? Well, it's this thing here with the Five of Wands. Some kind of altercation, some kind of affair business going on, that type of thing. So that's why I was saying to you guys, please be careful. If you are cheating or thinking of doing it, be careful, because I do feel that you could get found out within the next 6 months. All right. As I said with the Judgment card, I feel that there will be a revival of relationships. So if you have been fighting with your partner in this Five of Wands, I feel that this will be put to bed, and I feel that you're going to come to a new understanding for some of you guys with your partner. We also have finally the Hanged Man that shows up here. And I feel that this card is really saying that for some of you guys, this card can reflect being stuck in a rut in a relationship, okay? So it can literally be where things are in suspense, things are hanging in the balance within a relationship. And that's because of the Four of Cups, okay? This is where you've got emotional problems within a relationship. There's a lot of exhaustion. You can say that there might be self-esteem problems. Time is running out on a relationship. When you get the card up here, the offer is still there, but somebody's ignoring it. When you get it there, it's like an egg timer. Time is literally running out, okay? So if time is running out, if this is the clarification card, what we have here is the Hanged Man. A relationship is stuck in a rut. It's not going anywhere. It's hanging in the balance. And that's because time has run out. So literally for some of you guys, it could be that there is absolute exhaustion and you've just had enough within a relationship and it's time to move on. So I'm seeing a lot of things running through this reading, some wonderful stuff. For some of you guys, literally it could be that if time is running out on a relationship, okay, for some of you guys, you're really going to want to push to make that relationship work. And I was just going back to the first two cards, Taurus, this Nine of Wands is literally a last test card as well. So it's like you take one last test, you try one last thing, it's one more trial, okay? You're going to persevere one more time, okay, before you get to the 10. And how do you persevere? Through the Eight of Wands, through getting away from it all. So for some of you guys, literally taking your partner on holiday, getting away from, and I can see that with the Four of Swords and that Eight of Swords as well, literally getting away with that Four of Swords card, okay, because you need to open up about your relationship, the restrictions in it with that Ace of Swords. For some of you guys, you definitely, if you're single, I believe, going to have a surprise visitor. You're going to have someone spring a surprise on you. For some of you guys, it will be, maybe you've got a partner that's been in jail. You don't expect him or her to be released until whenever. And then suddenly they knock on the door. Hello, I was released yesterday. That type of thing. So an absolute surprise because of a message. So the Tower is the surprise. Why do we have the surprise? Because of a message through the Page of Cups. For some of you guys, you're going to be cutting away the bullshit, okay? Because there are trust issues within your relationship. You have to make decisions with the Two of Wands. It could be over a Aries, Leo, Sagittarius female, or a new very passionate relationship that comes into your life. For some of you guys, there is a new very passionate relationship coming into your life because we have got that Page of Wands. This card is also indicating that there is something very exciting news on its way to you, and this is through the King of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius male potentially, but doesn't have to be. You could also be softening, I believe, a present partner and getting him to see the more fun side of life. I am seeing for some of you guys, you're going to be wanting to stay in a relationship for security reasons. For some of you guys who are single, it would be best not to get into any relationships if you've still got baggage and stuff that you need to sort through, okay? Because you could be repeating patterns. For some of you guys, you're going to be looking to revive a relationship, okay? As I've said, for some of you, if you're cheating, it could be found out in the next 6 months as well. All right. And finally, for some of you, it could be, I know I keep saying for some of you, but it is, I mean, this, with the readings, they say all sorts of things, Taurus. So I can't, you know, this is the way that I do, and that's that. So the Hanged Man is showing some kind of stasis, some kind of hanging in the balance of a relationship, and that's because you're exhausted. For some of you, you might be literally be feeling exhausted in a relationship, okay? But it's good. It's a good reading because it just covers everything, I feel, within this reading for some of you guys. Okay. But if you're single, there is definitely new love coming in. And also, if you've been waiting for someone to contact you for a long time, I can see that happening as well. There's a surprise coming in the next 6 months. Okay, that is your reading, Taurus. I would like to say thank you very much for joining me on Carol's Universe, and I will see you on your March year ahead reading. March year ahead? March 2016 month ahead reading. Speak to you guys soon. Take care.